Hello, my precious Virgos. I am Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda with an E, and today we'll be taking a look at what is hidden or secret coming in the next 3 months for Virgo. We'll be using the Secret Tarot, so it should be very exciting. Now, I am a Virgo, and I have lots of Virgo placements, so I'm like super excited because I can't really do my own readings, but I feel if I'm doing it for, for all of you guys, I like to rewatch. So you don't have to be a Virgo sun. You could certainly be Virgo sun, moon, or rising. In fact, I highly encourage you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a full picture of what's going on here in the next 3 months. But we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for Virgo here. And energy's fluid, so certainly doesn't have to be... it could certainly be something that you're kind of moving out of energetically wise, something you're currently in, or something kind of coming in, but we did ask for the next 3 months. So please keep an open mind as far as timelines, but this is, use discretion because this is a collective reading, all right? So for Virgo, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Fool, and then we have the Queen of Swords. So I'm seeing here, with the two, could speak of decisions or balancing things out, right? Like trying to kind of make things work, juggling things together. And right in the middle here, we see the Fool, which is something that I feel Virgos aren't really the best at, you know, leaping without looking, taking a leap of faith, kind of taking a risk. I see that in the middle. So maybe there is some contemplation or a chance to take a risk in an area that I feel that you have given lots of thought around. With the Queen of Swords, I mean, this is the Queen of Logic, right? Like the Queen of Swords could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that could very well be your sun, moon, rising if you're not a Virgo sun. But if that made any sense, you know what I'm saying. But with this Queen, I think it really represents you being honest and you being logical in making a decision. So it could be, do I make the logical decision that I know is right, or do I take a leap of faith and kind of, you know, go down this unknown path? Now, because it's not like this, where you're kind of balancing the two, I feel as though a lot of you guys have already contemplated jumping into this Fool energy, that you do want to take a leap of faith, that you do want to take a risk in an area that you're not really sure where it's going to head based on your assessment of the situation. So I do feel like Virgos are fairly, you know, they make some assessment for sure. So let's take a look. This might be just a new endeavor that you don't know what to expect, that you've given some research on, or at least some heavy consideration. So we have Justice. There's that balancing again. We have the Queen of Cups, other Queen, and then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of you guys are breaking free from maybe where you felt confined and maybe moving forward with a decision that you didn't really know what the outcome would be, taking that leap of faith. Like I feel like you're breaking out of this Eight of Swords energy. And sometimes the breaking out of this Eight of Swords when it's in reverse, because this is like self-limiting beliefs or holding yourself back because you believe something to be true that might not necessarily be true, but someone's told you and you believe, or you've told yourself and you believe, but it's kind of limiting you. But when it's in reverse, it certainly can mean breaking out of this. But sometimes when you're breaking out, it could very well be you're still not identifying why it was that you were held back in the first place. You could just abandon something and say, to hell with it, I'm just going to go free myself. But now you're not freeing yourself to do what it is that, you know, what you initially intended on doing, but you just break out of it to free yourself in another area so that you don't have to mentally exert yourself in this limiting situation. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, she doesn't have a blindfold, so this Eight of Swords for me feels almost more painful. It's like you already know. And I feel here with the Queen of Swords, like you already know, okay? And you're a Virgo, so we know you know, okay? I know you know, you know, we all know you know, Virgos know, okay? So you know, because you can see, okay? And all these swords, mentally you know, but you're still held back for some reason without your blindfold, which I feel is almost more of a torture. Like, at least if you have a blindfold and you're held back, it's like you can't really see, you're kind of blinding yourself, but it's like you already know, you already see, but you were held back. And here with it in reverse, there's this breaking free. Okay, so there's this breaking free, there's this need for balance with justice. So if somebody's wronged you, certainly they're gonna right you, they're gonna apologize, things are gonna, you know, turn out in your favor. And I do feel here with the Queen of Cups, it is something that emotionally touches you. I feel like this is something that you have a lot of compassion around. You have a lot of emotional investment tied to this. You know, I feel like, yeah, it's coming from a very good, loving place for you. Because I do feel like this is your energy here as well with this Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups could certainly be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well coming through. So that could be a placement for your sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so let's take another row here. So we got the Hermit, which could certainly represent you guys, Virgo, with it in reverse. And okay, so there is some action here. You know, the Virgo, the Hermit in reverse could certainly be like self-isolation. I feel as though with it in reverse, though, you are breaking free from a period of thought. Like you were really heavily in thought with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Swords, that you're breaking free from all of this mental anguish that's been causing you a lot of mental turmoil and reflection, period of like heavy reflection. But I feel as though with this Five of Swords, don't like seeing a Five of Swords because this is something very challenging that happens, that is where nobody wins. It's like just a challenging situation all around, and it's very difficult. But in this one particularly, you see the Five Swords, and then you see another Five Swords here, which is 10 Swords, which is the ending. So I feel what this one's really representing is an end to a painful mental situation that you're breaking free from, that you're not investing any more energy or time into in order to move forward with an offering of love, with allowing yourself to accept an offering of love. But you're, because again, this was around something you're emotionally tied to. You're wanting to have the love that you deserve. You're wanting to give and receive the love that you deserve, or be open to receive this. And yeah, I feel like you're really freeing yourself up, but there is some pain involved in what it is that you need to do to bring something to an end in order to bring something to a beginning, if that makes any sense. Okay, and I don't really feel like it's a beginning because we're seeing the Knight of Cups. So this is something in your life that you have potentially not been able to move forward with as far as romantic relationships go, because you've been invested maybe in contemplation, or it just hasn't had a chance to move forward. So you're breaking free so that you can now be open to giving or receiving that one cup of love from your person of interest, somebody you have feelings for. Okay, and I feel it's a very deep love, because I keep coming back to this Queen of Cups. This is very deep love. This is highly compassionate person here, and I know Virgos aren't ones to really wear the emotions on their sleeve, so this is certainly somebody that you love very deeply. Okay, so we see the Queen of Wands in reverse here with the Page of Pentacles and then the Queen of Pentacles. So there are people involved in this situation. I mean, I see two queens here, right? So sometimes it could reflect two areas of your personality. And in this case, I do feel as though this is reflecting past energies for you guys, because we were seeing that Eight of Swords, that you're breaking free. And if you do have your Sun, Moon, or rising sign in fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sag, this could very well be representing you, just more confirmation. But you're kind of coming out of this state where you weren't going after what it is that you wanted. You weren't being true with attracting what it is that you really wanted to attract in your life. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is so beautiful, but she is so fiery, so passionate. Just everyone's so drawn to this Queen of Wands. Like, she is the most abundant when it comes to attracting things, right? And sometimes she is so good at attracting things, she attracts things she does not necessarily want, with the law of attraction here. So I feel like you are wanting to take something off the ground to stabilize something that's going to build You know, with the Page of Pentacles, this is a prospect, an opportunity that you want to take off the ground that you know is going to be your stability here for your future. Queen of Pentacles, again, this could certainly be you because you are Virgo and this is Earth. So we see here Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could very well be that your person, if you are masculine here, your person is feminine in the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or you could flip the script where your person is really, you're looking at this person as stability. They're caring, they're stable, they are coming through as a mother type energy, really. Okay, so all the traits that, you know, earth signs carry. So we'll do one more line here for Virgo and see what comes through. Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. Just cut the deck and clear some of that noise. All right, we got it. Perfect. One more row. And we got the Page of Swords in reverse. We got the 5 of Cups. And we got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so I do see you guys kind of looking back at something that is causing you guys a lot of pain. And I feel like the pain is not acting in communicating something that you want to communicate. Okay, so there's something that you emotionally feel as though you've robbed yourself of because you weren't able to communicate, or the communication you were waiting on never came. But I just feel like there's this blockage here when it comes to communication or starting a communication, because there's this overwhelming feeling of, you're just overwhelmed, I guess, with the 10 of Wands. It's like carrying this burden. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you're not being completely open and honest, and you're carrying a burden inside about what it is that you truly want that's going to make you, bring you emotional fulfillment, that you're not quite having that communication with, but you're looking back on regret about maybe not saying something or not feeling you're able to communicate something. But Spirit is saying that you certainly, you know, have this big heart of love and encouraging you definitely to take this leap of faith in an area that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. And I feel like it's really going to bring you stability as well. So I don't see you guys really communicating what it is that you want. I see you kind of more looking at the what should have happened, what coulda, woulda, shoulda, and having this overwhelming feeling. So I do encourage you to be open with your communication, even if it is challenging or hurtful to another. Because sometimes getting the truth out may hurt another individual, but it's sometimes required in order to free ourselves of our mental prisons. And I think that's where you're kind of maybe struggling a little bit with that. Okay, so this is all I have here for Virgo. Please, please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a full picture. And I do find with the moon signs, that's more of an intimate type reading with your intimate connections, whereas your sun and your rising is more of the acquaintances, or kind of what's on the outside, not necessarily deep down inside. So however that works for you, but check it out. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you soon. Bye.